students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine and safe at your home. So you all are welcome in the maths class. Today we are going to start a new chapter. The name of the chapter is subtraction. This is a very important chapter in mathematics. Subtraction is one of the most important fundamental operation in mathematics. So this chapter is very important. So I request all of you to watch it very carefully and understand it. Okay? So let's get started. So let us see introduction. Means about this chapter. Why we are studying this chapter? What does this chapter says? So what is subtraction? You all have been learning about subtraction from your previous classes. You have learned a lot about this. But in this class, we will learn something more about subtraction. Something more about subtraction. We will subtract some larger numbers. In the previous classes, in the junior classes, you were doing subtraction of smaller numbers. That was pretty easy. But in this class, we will do subtraction of higher numbers. So let us see what is subtraction. Let us study about the conceptual meaning of subtraction. What is the conceptual meaning? What is the theoretical meaning? Okay. See, let us define subtraction in a simple way first. Subtraction is a process. Subtraction is a process or phenomena of taking out some quantity. From large quantity. Let me explain you with an example. Suppose you have 5 coins. Suppose you have 5 coins, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in your pocket. Each coin is of rupee 1. Got it? There are 5 coins, 2, 2, 4, 1, 5. Suppose you gave 2 coins to your friend. Your friend asked 2 coins from you and you gave him or her. Suppose you gave 2 coins. You gave 2 coins from here. Then how much will be left? 4 coins will be left. Sorry, 3 coins will be left. You have total 5 coins. You have given 2 coins. Then 3 coins will be left with you. This process is called subtraction. Subtraction means to remove something from a bigger quantity. This process is known as subtraction. Let me give you another example. Suppose you have 3 pencils in your instrument box. Suppose one of your friends forgot to bring his instrument box. Then he asked you to give a pencil. You have 3 pencils. Your friend asked for 1 because he forgot to bring. Then you gave him 1. Then how many pencils are left with you? Yes, remove this one. Then 2 pencils. This process of removal is basically called subtraction in mathematics. This was a simple understanding of this term, subtraction. There are many rules we will study in detail as we proceed further, but this was a basic rule. Now, the next question arises, what is the use of subtraction? What is the use of subtraction? Why do we study it? As I told you in earlier videos or classes that every concept, or you can say every chapter of mathematics has some practical application. It's not useless. It's not only for reading in book or solving questions. It helps us. Every concept of mathematics helps us to solve some problems of daily life. Got it? Then let us see what is the use of subtraction in our daily life. Let me give you a simple example. Suppose you went to market, you went to a shop, you have 50 rupees note in your pocket, 50 rupees note, you bought chocolates for rupees 20, worth rupees 20 from that shop. Then when you give money, 50 rupees note, when you pay 50 rupees note to the shopkeeper, he will return some amount. Then how much amount should he return? How can you calculate? How can you guess? How can you find out how much money should he return? Then in this situation, the concept or the use or the process of subtraction comes into play, becomes useful. For example, you give 50 rupees note and 20 rupees he will deduct from that. Then how much money he will return? 30 rupees. Because 20 rupees chocolate you have bought from him. See, subtraction is there. This is the symbol for subtraction. This minus sign. This is called minus. This is called minus symbol. Got it? I hope you have understood this example. There are a lot of more examples in which subtraction is used. Okay, let us proceed to the next topic. Subtraction of 5-digit and 6-digit numbers. Subtraction of 5-digit and 6-digit numbers. See, in your previous classes, since so far you have studied about subtraction of small numbers. But in this class, in this chapter, we will study about subtraction of 5-digit numbers and 6-digit numbers. Got it? One more thing I would like to tell you, that the rule of subtraction is same for all numbers, whether it be a 2-digit number or 3-digit numbers or 5-digit numbers or 10-digit numbers. The rule of subtraction remains same for subtraction. This is a very good point and very favorable point to us, that we don't need to learn some other rules. Wow. See, let us see subtraction of 5-digit number by an example. See, there are two numbers, 26,960. We have to subtract 15,450 from this number. Then we have arranged it vertically, means we have written the bigger number upward and a smaller number downward. So start subtracting. This is ones digit, this is tens, this is 100, this is 1000, this is 10,000. Got it? So 0 minus 0, 0, 6 minus 5, 1, 9 minus 4, 5, 6 minus 5, 1, 2 minus 1, 1. One thing to be noted here, we are doing subtraction without borrow. Then what is borrow? We will learn about this in the next topic, when we will use this. While using this, we will learn what is borrow. Got it? So let us move forward. Subtraction. Subtraction with borrow. Subtraction with borrow. What is borrow? Let us define it. And when do we need it? Borrow means to take some unit, a single unit. Borrow means to take some single unit from the higher place value digit. Got it? When do we need it? We need it when the upper digit becomes smaller or is smaller than the down digit, so that it becomes impossible to subtract that, because we cannot subtract a large number from a small number. Got it? See, here is two numbers, 1,45,112. Second number is 58,956. We need to subtract it Okay, let us subtract and let us see here how borrow is taken. See here, this is 2, this is 6. 6 cannot be subtracted from 2. So this 2 has taken 1 unit from this 1 and it has become 12. Now we can subtract 12 from 6 from 12. 12 minus 6, 6. When it has given borrow to 2, it becomes 0. Then 0 is smaller than 5. Then this 0 will take 1 from this. It becomes 10. 10 minus 1, 5. Similarly, 10 minus 1, 9, 1. 14 minus 8, 6. 13 minus 5, 8. Similarly, while practicing more and more question, you will understand more and more better. Okay. So students, let us see new topic. Properties of subtraction. Properties of subtraction. This is very important topic. In this topic, we will see what are the features, what are the properties, characteristics during subtraction of numbers. See, there are many properties, but basically you have to learn the main properties, 1 or 2. In this chapter, new syllabus. The first property is, let me dictate it, read it first, then I will explain. When 0 is subtracted from a number, the difference is the number itself. Now let me explain it in simple way. It says, when we subtract 0 from some number, there is no any change in the result. Means the result is the number itself. For example, 21 minus 0 equal to the number itself, 21. 8 minus 0 equal to 8. In other words, we can say there is no any change, no any effect seen in the result if we subtract 0 from some number, any number. Now let us see second rule, second property of subtraction. When a number is subtracted from itself, the difference is 0. When a number is subtracted from itself, then difference is 0. For example, 25 minus 25 equal to 0, 10 minus 10 equal to 0. In other words, we can say when same number is subtracted, then the result is 0. So this was the last topic of this chapter in this video. So I would like to end the chapter here. So I advise you, I request you to solve more and more questions. Maths is all about practice. Solve more and more questions. The more question you solve, the more command you will get on that particular topic. So take care, stay safe. Thank you.